Well, welcome everyone. You're here at the NCFCA Online Summit, and we're going to take just a little time here to tell you about NCFCA. And we are so glad that you're here. I'm going to invite some of our national leaders on screen. So would you join me in welcoming our Executive Director, Kim Cromer, our Director of Forensics, Chrissy Sweetman, our Director of Marketing, Natalia Rosa, and I've had the privilege of spending the week with you. My name is Amy Joy Tofty, and I serve as the Director of Education. So Kim, why don't you start out and just tell us a little bit about NCFCA, and if you could, tell us what it stands for.
Absolutely. Let me start by saying you guys are troopers. The ladies who are sharing the screen with me are troopers because they have been on all week. But you guys who are attending are also troopers. You guys have been on many, many sessions, and I just want to say a personal thank you for that. There's a lot of hard work and a lot of prayer that went into this week and that's going into next week. And you guys are here because of that. So just a special thank you for that. NCFCA, it can be a mouthful, either in acronym or a mouthful in its actual verbiage: National Christian Forensics and Communications Association. National, because we are a national organization. We have affiliates all over the country. We have folks who are competing from almost every single state every single year. We are divided, that nation is divided into 11 regions. And so a lot of our competition that I know Chrissy will talk about in just a bit is done regionally, and that can evolve into competition at the national level. Christian, because it's the foundation of who we are. Our purpose is to challenge and equip ambassadors for Christ, to really encourage them to learn to speak with integrity and with grace, to really be the crossroads of iron sharpening iron, of really, kind of clash of ideas, but not clash of personalities, learning to disagree without being disagreeable. Forensics, because we're doing the art of formal argumentation. It really is, again, a process that can be learned. It's not just something that's intuitive to everybody. Folks really have to learn to think rightly and then to speak clearly and articulately, to be able to communicate effectively. The reality is our communication that we want to encourage is real life communication. We really want to be able to have a conversation with a colleague. We want to have a conversation with maybe someone who has a disagreement with us about some particular issue. We want to learn how to be gracious in that. We want to learn how to have a conversation with our neighbor, with our family. I'm sure some of us could relate to the idea of Thanksgiving dinner going a little bit sideways because somebody broached politics or religion. And the reality is we should be able to do that, to really kind of iron sharpening iron again. That's very scriptural, and that sometimes produces sparks, doesn't it? I think Christy Scheib described it this morning as, really a volatile process, but it's one that really elucidates truth. And that is our goal. So NCFC communications, that's the part where we really want to do real life. We also invite in the community because, again, we want our students not to just know how to talk to somebody who's trained to listen to them, but rather to be able to have that everyday conversation. Association, again, we are an association by organizational design. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we are almost 25 years old. Our origin actually came out of Homeschool Legal Defense Association. So for 4 years, from 1997 until 2001, we were the Homeschool Legal Defense Debate League. And at that point, we had grown so much that Homeschool Legal Defense said, with our blessing, go and be your own organization. So since then, we have, as Amy Joy mentioned, at the on-site set of every one of our sessions, we've trained tens of thousands of students to demonstrate confidence and excellence in communicating truths with grace.
That's wonderful. So Chrissy, at the heart of what we do is we leverage competition to develop these skills in our students. So can you tell us a little bit about the competitive opportunities that are available?
Sure, I'd be happy to do that. We do use competitive opportunities as a motivation for our students. It certainly gives them an opportunity to take the skills that they have been learning and developing and to apply those skills, but to do that in really a safe and healthy and encouraging environment where there is some pressure, of course, because they are competing. But I think one of the things that makes us unique is our students in competition. They want to do their very best. They want to win, but not at the expense. They don't want others to necessarily lose. Yeah, if that makes sense. They want to win, but they also want everyone else to do their very best. And so we see a lot of encouragement. They work hard, they compete hard, but they also encourage and strive for the benefit of one another as well. So these competitive opportunities take place in the form of tournaments that we host, that we provide the structure for, we provide the hosting for, we provide the rules and materials and all that goes into that. We host several tournaments across the country. As Kim mentioned, we do have regions, and so some of the competitions are within a local region. Others are open to anyone from across the country to participate in. And then we have some different qualification levels. So you may compete on a regional level and then qualify to a higher level. There is no minimum number of tournaments. We would encourage our families to participate in at least one competitive opportunity. We provide many. Some of our families like to participate in many, but we also provide many in order to work with different people's schedules, so they have opportunities on multiple dates. So what do we do at these tournaments? What would a student do? What events are available to them? Again, they can pick and choose one event or many events to compete in. We offer competition in speech. We have several different types of speeches that students can compete in. They can compete in platform speeches, and those are speeches that the students plan, they prepare, they research, they write their speech, they choose their topic. They memorize that speech, which is up to a 10-minute speech, and they deliver that. So we do rotate some of our speech categories each year. This coming season, we are, for platform speeches, offering digital presentation, informative, and persuasive speaking. Another style of speech that we offer is limited preparation speeches. And in this case, the students do a limited amount of preparation. They do some preparation, but their speeches are really constructed and delivered on the spot. So that's a different type of skill that our students can learn. Very important life skill to be able to think on your feet and to be able to speak articulately. So those events for this coming season are apologetics, extemporaneous, and impromptu. And then we also have interpretation speeches. These are speeches where students take literature, they construct a speech using the lines from that literature, they develop the characters, they perform in character, and they have opportunity then maybe to share a message in a different way than they would through a speech where they have researched and written. Often a message can come through very effectively through a speech, and that may be to inspire, to encourage, to entertain, lots of ways that interpretation can be an effective communication tool. So those events for this coming season are biblical, thematic, duo, humorous, and open. So those are the 10 different speech events that students can pick and choose from in competitive opportunities. We also offer 3 styles of debate. Team policy debate is a 2-on-2 debate where the students are speaking about a particular policy. They're proposing the adoption of a policy, and students compete given a particular topic for the entire season. They really dig deeply into that topic and compete in multiple rounds throughout a tournament. Team policy for this coming season, the topic is the European Union should substantially reform its immigration policy. And so our students will be competing in that event and in using that topic or resolution this coming season. We offer Lincoln Douglas value debate, where the students, there's a clash of values rather than just discussion of a particular policy. And this year's Lincoln Douglas value resolution is, in democratic elections, the public's right to know ought to be valued above a candidate's right to privacy. And as you can tell, that's a very relevant topic. Both of those are very relevant topics that our students can dig into and learn a lot about. The final style is moot court, which is offered at our national level events and for a little bit of an older group of students. Our competitive age is from about 12 to 18. For all competition, our moot court is limited to 15 and up. And our students in moot court are presenting oral arguments, simulated oral arguments before a simulated appellate court. So again, great research skills, great speaking skills, great learning opportunities for our students. A wide variety is available to them.
Thank you for sharing that, Chrissy. Tell me just a little bit about how we're going to leverage technology this year in light of our current situation.
Well, we are planning for competition to continue. We know that there is a lot of uncertainty in the world around us, and typically in the past, our tournaments have all been at a particular facility, in person, lots of people gathering together. In this coming season, we don't know for sure what the future is going to hold and how much of that is going to be possible. So we are developing online technologies, an online platform for our students to be able to compete, to ensure that what we do, providing that opportunity, will still take place regardless of the circumstances around us. So we know for certain that we will offer multiple online opportunities. Whether we do any in-person events, that's our hope, that's our plan, but we'll have to continue to follow the current events, and we'll see how that walks out.
That's great. And I know for many of you, you have asked great questions in our live Q&A sessions, lots of questions about how can I prepare my student for this event. So let me just take a little bit of time to tell you about the training opportunities that are available. You just attended our free online summit. And so we offer that every summer just as a way to get people excited about developing communication skills. We also then are offering our online intensive next week, which is going just a little bit deeper and inviting these kids into an interactive setting where they can now apply those skills and actually start writing speeches and start looking at literature and start preparing for debate. So I encourage you to take advantage of those opportunities. Also, as an NCFCA affiliate, we do offer other training webinars, and we have a fantastic set of curriculum. And so we happen to have one of our authors here with us. So Natalia, why don't you tell us a little bit about the NCFCA Comprehensive Guide to Speech?
Yes, well, the NCFCA Comprehensive Guide to Speech is a great place to start out, whether you are planning to learn speech and write speeches at home, or if you're going to get together with some of your friends online or in person in more of a club setting. If you're a Christian private school and you want to implement some speech classes or some extracurricular speech get-togethers, then this is a fantastic resource. There is a coach's manual which provides an entire schedule for all of the sessions. So there are actually lesson plans broken out into different modules. You as the instructor, whether that be a parent or a teacher or an administrator, get to decide how you want to organize those different lessons. And so you'll teach your students how to do interpretation speeches, how to take literature and cut it down, help them act it out. If you're at square one, that is okay, because the curriculum takes you by the hand and walks you through each step of the process. The same for platform speaking and limited preparation. If you're getting together in groups, I know I've heard that people love, there are games and activities. So again, if you don't feel like you're particularly gifted at some element, let's say for the debate side, it's the logic. Well, we have all of the logic lessons in there so that you can teach directly from the curriculum. For the speech side, if it's the fun and games and coming up with exciting things that get students on their feet, you don't have to come up with it. The curriculum is going to give you the instructions, and you really can facilitate regardless of your skill level.
So you can find that curriculum on the website. If you go to ncfca.org and look under resources, there is a link there. It is published by our good friends at IEW, so you can also locate it on their website. And Natalia, I understand, do we have a little bit of time left with our free shipping offer?
We do, yes. The free shipping offer is going to be available throughout the end of this summit. And actually, if you are joining the intensive, you're about to hear me announce that it'll be extended throughout next week as well. But do take advantage of that free shipping code. It is ship-NCFCA20. All capital letters. I will drop it here in the chat so you can copy and paste. But go to our website, ncfca.org. And we've put the link in here in the chat for you of the resources. You can learn more about the curriculum. If you need any support, as we've said many times, our office is available to help you, and the email for that is office@ncfca.org.
So Natalia, I know that you actually competed in the NCFCA. So just from your perspective, what were some of your highlights, both from your time in NCFCA, and then how did it prepare you for your time beyond NCFCA?
Mm-hmm. So I think the most unique thing about NCFCA participation, we're getting to the end of the day here, is that it's all about individual transformation and the relationships that you're building. And so I'll just tell you through the lens of my personal experience. I started out just barely turning 15 years old. My parents didn't even tell me they signed me up. They just told me, tomorrow you're going to a speech camp. And I got to find out all about it the next day. I wasn't terribly excited. And so my particular story, my challenge that I had to meet was that of overcoming perfectionism, really realizing that public speaking is not about you, the speaker, it's about your audience. And then through the process of gaining confidence, realizing that God had given me a particular message and also a sphere of influence, and that he had a calling for my life. And so that's my encouragement for those who are looking at speech and debate for their students, or for students who are still questioning participation in this activity. You know, I think there are a lot of wonderful extracurriculars out there that you could participate in, but I have never experienced any or seen any that will take you on the same journey of transformation. So you are going to be equipped with all of the practical skills of logic and argumentation. You're going to gain the confidence to think through your ideas and then communicate them clearly. But you are also going to meet your individual challenge, whatever that may be, on a character level, on a relational level, on a skill level. And I'm just so excited to see from beginning to end where you end up and how the Lord is going to use you, because I'm a firm believer that God does have a calling for your life, and the skills that you gain in this activity will equip you for whatever that calling may be, whether it's in a career, whether it's in your friendships and your relationships. You're going to gain skills and resources from this activity that will serve you for the rest of your life.
Great. Kim, just to bring things full circle, we talk a lot about our students and about the experiences that they will have. I've also heard it said that NCFCA is a family of families. So can you just talk a little bit about what that looks like?
It really is true, Amy Joy. You know, as Chrissy said, all of our competition to date has been on-site competition. And in those competition scenarios, families are coming together, they're there all day, they're really, you know, they're sharing kind of in the excitement, maybe in the disappointment. In the regional tournaments, you know, you see the same families that come to tournaments often, and then you see new friends. And so really it is an opportunity because parents are involved, and students are involved and they're all interacting with one another, it really does become like a family. You know, we've been blessed over the years to have families, parents who come alongside other families' kids as well. You know, they kind of become the region parent, the region dad, or the region mom, who really just interacts with kids. And we've all experienced that. I know, and I'll show my age a little bit, but when Natalia was competing, it was fun to just get to know her family and to be able to interact with her, to give her guidance. And now look where we are. So it really is a family of families.
Thank you so much, Kim. Well, I'm so glad that all of you stayed for this extra piece just to hear about what we do. It is truly our goal to prepare Christian students who can address real life issues and inspire change. We want them to be able to share truth and impact lives, and we want them to build bridges so that they can influence the next generation. That's our mission. We are passionate about what we do, and we look forward to your family becoming part of ours. Have a great night, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.